Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Today, I'm looking at We Still Trust You by Metro Boomin and Future. I thought this was a decent sequel album. This is the duo's second collaborative album that was released on April 12th, 2024. The album has a runtime of about 1 hour and 29 minutes. The album has one single being the title track, which features The Weeknd. Features include The Weeknd, Brownstone, Ty Dolla $ign, J. Cole, Lil Baby, and A$AP Rocky, as well as uncredited vocals from Chris Brown. Now, let's go ahead and hop into the tracks. We start the album off with the title track. I didn't mind this track, so I feel this track kind of helps set the mood of the album, as this album focuses more on R&B as opposed to the more hip-hop and trap sound we got on the previous album. I thought the instrumental wasn't bad. I feel it does seem a little eerie in a sense with its chord progression. I enjoyed The Weeknd on this track. I didn't really mind Future. I thought he was decent in a way. I thought Drink and Dance was an alright track. I felt the chorus was alright. I didn't really mind some of the backing vocals from Chris Brown on here. I didn't mind Jealous. This track definitely feels like something I enjoyed off the previous album, as we get more of a trap type beat here. I felt Future's vocals were alright. I thought Love Bad Bitches was an alright track. The track is built around a sample being If You Love Me by Brownstone. I felt the sample was alright, as the vocals seem to be muffled in the background. I thought Future's vocals were alright. I don't really feel this is one of his best tracks on this album for vocal performance. I thought the lyrics were alright. I thought All to Myself was an alright track. We do get another appearance from The Weeknd on here. I didn't mind him here with his verse. It seems like there are some references to Drake. I felt Future had some decent lyrics on here. I didn't mind the way he sounded here. I didn't think Nights Like This was a bad track. I felt this was fun in a way. I liked the instrumental on here. I didn't mind Future. I feel he seems to be great on this track and having fun. I felt Mile High Memories was an alright track. To me, it doesn't really feel like a track that both Metro and Future would do. Sure, I do feel the track has its moments, but I feel it's just kind of lacking in some shape or form, and in a way kind of seems a little underwhelming. I felt Gracious was a decent track. We do get Ty Dolla $ign here. I felt he was enjoyable here. I felt Future wasn't too bad on this track. The track seems to be about getting with these girls. I liked Always Be My Fault. This is the third and final collaboration track with The Weeknd on this album. I love the instrumental. It really feels like it goes at it. I felt The Weeknd was decent here. The track seems to happen to trying to know someone and spending time and even a little bit of money on them. But in the end, they just end up leaving you. You realize that there was something you did wrong. Red Leather finishes off the first part of this double album. This happens to be the longest on the album, coming in at almost 7 minutes in length. I thought this was a decent track overall. J. Cole appears on this track. I didn't feel he was bad with his verse. The track starts off a little more on the acoustic side before really hopping into much of anything else, which I found to be decent. Number one, intro, kicks off the second half of the album. I thought this was an alright intro. I just felt it wasn't really like necessarily for track listing. However, as it's only a 40-second intro, I didn't mind. Nobody knows my struggle. I love the way this track sounded. I felt Future wasn't bad on here. I felt All My Life was okay. I feel it seems to be a little underwhelming. I didn't really care for much for Future's vocals on here. I also felt Lil Baby seems to be underwhelming on here. I didn't mind Crazy Clientele. I thought the instrumental wasn't bad. I didn't mind Future on here. Lyric wise, it seems we get more into selling drugs and having all these people who want them and that sort of thing. I'll finish us off with Streets Made Me a King. I didn't mind this as a closing track. I felt it was decent with its instrumental. I didn't mind Future this time around. I felt he was all for it. My favorite tracks are We Still Don't Trust You with The Weeknd, All to Myself with Weeknd, Nights Like This, Right For You, Always Be My Fault with Weeknd, Red Leather with J. Cole, Crazy Clientele, and Show of Hands with ASAP Rocky. Say I'll be giving this a 3.5 out of 5. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. As usual, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Next week, I'll be looking at Tony by X Ambassadors.